have you now. have you now. right? How about now? Alright, someone holler at me if you hear my voice now. That was not what was intended. Sorry guys, if I've been streaming silently, that wasn't intentional. There we go. Oh my god. Alright, I was trying to use my recording mic, and apparently OBS does not like my recording mic. Alright, let's make sure this doesn't come back to haunt us. Keep the wire on this, bearing 284, tube 3. Weapons, enable the torpedo. Torpedo avoidance, all ahead flank. Right full rudder, go up. Surface the boat. Yeah, I'll be damned. So you guys can hear the game and my voice now, correct? Left full rudder. Alright, now back to right full rudder. Let's go back underneath this sucker as it comes around. Maybe. Yep, we're good. Oh, that was close. Alright, level this out. Alright, 2 torpedoes circling here. Affirm we got both audios. Alright, well apparently OBS does not like my recording headset. That's good to know for future reference. So, everybody on Twitch who's actually been watching for a little while, I apologize. I've been talking this whole time and nobody's been getting anything. Ugh. So, Trike Boy, Mitch, thanks for the follows. Apparently, I did not thank you, but I appreciate it. Cam Olas says, howdy, Jive Turkey sent me, and the Mighty Jingles sent me to Jive Turkey. Small world. Yeah, well, thank you for joining me. If you've been here a while, I apologize for no voice audio. Ugh. Seabass on YouTube says that was a gnat's chest hair away from hitting you. Yeah, I may have gotten that a little bit too close to the chest for my liking. But hey. But Cam, yes, Jive Turkey is awesome. The Mighty Jingles is also awesome. I've been watching Jingles for about a year, and when I first found him, I basically binge watched all of his Mingles with Jingles videos.
I have you now.
And Cam with the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope I'm providing at least a little bit of entertainment here. All right, we should be far enough away from those torpedoes. Helm ahead 1/3. Let's not get that close to a torpedo again, shall we? All right, that Victor is still out there. No way in hell he did not hear all this disastrous mess that went on. So anyways, as I was saying earlier, when I fired this torpedo here at the Whiskey, I'm not exactly sure how the hell it went active, pinged on him, got distracted by a noisemaker, and then all of a sudden turned into a dud and just circled around him over and over and over and over and over and over and over. I don't understand that. I've never seen that before. That was rather interesting. Alright, come left. Come right a bit. Let's shore up on course 300, try to get a track on that Victor. No way in hell he did not see that. Hear all that, I should say. Oh, Victor, Victor. Where the hell are you? Wow. Alright, let's continue on to course 350. We'll get him towards our broadside. We're not picking anything up right now. Let's come shallow a bit. We'll just use depth control. Come up to about 300 feet and do a quiet search there. I don't know why the hell that Victor started out cavitating at the beginning of this combat. Shouldn't have. Good lord, Mark 48s have a lot of fuel. That sucker's still turning. Guys, let me know if voice levels and game sound levels are good. I've been trying to tweak that for all week long to get it to where people actually can both enjoy the sounds of the game and still hear me. Just no idea on that Victor. Alright, ahead 2/3. Come left, bearing 270. Let's close distance. Try to find that Victor. E-Real says audio balance seems good today. Well, good. I've been trying to get it just right. And like I said, I was using my recording microphone, hoping that would fix the problem, but it didn't really seem to. So I've been messing with the. What the? We have active sonar ping bearing north. Did not see that one coming. Hopefully there's another active. Alright, steady on course 300. Let's see if we can hear anything there. Looks like that Whiskey's torpedo detonated. Ours is still circling. God, Mark 48s are ridiculous. There was one active ping almost due north. So our track, let's just say this was the oh shit moment. Pretty easy to tell, too. Good lord. Alright, we're going to risk an active search. Try to persuade them to go active again. Sonar Con, give me 2 active sonar pings. Secure active sonar. Come on. You know you want to fall for the bait. I'm right here. Nice, juicy, fat American submarine. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't know whether to head towards the last known bearing on that Victor. Still vessels nearby. They're within 15,000 yards. Alright. Dive, make your depth 350 feet. Depth control only. Come right, bearing north. Let's head towards that last known active. Apparently dive control takes a little bit to pump out. That's alright. Alright, we're going to swing the nose back and forth a little bit here, try to get a track on a contact. Hang on, we have 4 of these suckers. If he was due north, let's give him something to shoot at. Firepoint procedure, tube 4 Moss, bearing 0. Fire 4. Get that Moss headed out. Helm slow to 1/3. Speed up time. See if we can hear anything. Victor 1. He is still... Damn. Victor 1, bearing 256. Helm come left to course 290. It's close range. Keep that Moss headed north. If anything shoots at it up north, I'm probably going to snapshot at it. Reload Moss, tube 4. Oh, excuse me. Half yawn, half almost burp there. Yikes. Alright, we're going to speed up time a bit. Alright, he looks to be closing our bearing. 41% solution. Let's come back right to course 290. Nothing north. I swear there was that active sonar line to the north. Alright, getting good solution on target Sierra 1. I want to shore up his range a little bit more. There he is. 85%, 86% solution. Sonar now has him at 7,000 yards. Helm come left, bearing 225. It's getting good shooting solution. He's close. I want to keep the wire. Nothing north went after that Moss. So either we're seeing things, and by we I mean me. Hello there. And I think my wife's home, so my dog's gonna bark. So pardon the noise. Heaven forbid. Firepoint procedure Sierra 1, Victor 1, Tube 1, bearing 216 degrees, range to enable 3,800 yards. Fire 1. He's gone active. He should not have us on active. He might. He should have us on active, actually. I don't think it gives you the, hey, you're detected on active on elite difficulty. He's cavitating, turning away. I really wish the AI were smart enough to fire back down the torpedo track. I mean, granted, might sink me more often, but it would be a little bit more challenging. Now he's booking at 29 knots. Seabass on YouTube says the ping sound was just two of the Clankies playing table tennis. Very well might be. I won't rule that out. Torpedo's got a good track. Homing in. While that torpedo homes in, we'll speed up time a little bit. He knuckled. Didn't work. Torpedo not fooled by the knuckle. Now, if the AI were smart, it would deploy a countermeasure here. Doesn't look like it's going to. Now it should. Hopefully, when they update the AI, not only will it turn, but it'll change depth as well and try to dodge the torpedo. That's what I would like to see. Alright, no vessels nearby, no weapons, no aircraft, no flooding. Leave combat. Victor 1 and a whiskey. Those were the only two contacts. And E Real says, could you please explain how the numbers work in the signature panel under township and contact? Under ownship. Yeah, yep. I will in our next mission. I'll bring up that panel and explain what I know from Jive Turkey's videos. He's the professional sonar man. I'm just the wannabe professional gamer. Red sub sunk. We protected Oslo. All right, from the Admiral. Recent Soviet port activity indicates that enemy ballistic missile submarines are being readied to sail from Gromyka within the next few days and likely attempt to transit beneath the polar ice cap, after which they will be free to strike North American targets. Yikes. All right. You are to infiltrate the northern bastion, intercept, and destroy them before they can do so. If you fail this mission, you may not have a home base to return to. Be advised, enemy ballistic missile submarines likely escorted by one or more attack submarines and surface forces. Wow. Seabass says, from what I gather, the numbers represent the intensity of the sonar return. Yeah, pretty much. And basically, the higher the number, the stronger the chance. Enemy SNS, enemy targets will pick you up at roughly, well, normally in my experience, it's about between 5 and 10 on their passive and active. So, in theory, as long as you're below, say, 6 or 7, you should be undetectable. Keyword is should. I know that fluctuates a bit with ambient noise, whether or not you're above, below a layer. You kind of got to take all of that into consideration. Because if you're like in the shadow zone, right below a layer, it's even though they're I think that is taken into consideration when it calculates their detection chances. So basically, as long as you're below 6 or 7 on their detection, they're not going to see you. Like that whiskey, when I came to a full stop, that whiskey's dropped from 4 down to -2. So he was not going to detect me there. Because I silenced my engine, went quiet, and didn't let any noise come off the sub. I even had the guys cork any holes in their own bodies so they didn't make any noise. Alright, so either they're about to leave Gromyka. Oh, shit, there they are. Oh, we gotta go north. Alright, we're not gonna close in at all. We're just gonna try to get away from these guys. We're going 26 knots too. They snuck up on us from the south. And we can leave right away. We're just gonna leave. Udaloy and the Krivak. Yep, did not want to mess with those guys. Alright, head north. Go north. North, north, north. Go, go, go. Alright, this might be them. If this is them, this is the first time I will have found the ballistic missile sub under the polar ice cap. Kind of exciting. Alright, we caught him at full bore though. We're going 26 knots at 600 feet. We're going to keep one TASM because they said there could be surface ship escorts. Ereal says, never seen this mission. Neither have I, so this could be fun. We are going to keep one Moss and 2 torpedoes loaded. Moderate thermal layer at 148 feet and strong surface duct. Alrighty, I do want to close in even though we're speeding ahead. If they detect us, so be it, but I do not want to not detect these guys. We're going to go in and immediately secure for ultra quiet. Oh, yep. There's the ice shelf. Wow, that's a lot of ice. Holy cow. Another ice shelf over there. Alright. Michael Oswald says, 9 contacts incoming. No, God, I hope not here. This is the ballistic missile submarine mission, so I'd rather not see 9 contacts here. I would probably be scared at that point. Alright, what are the conditions? Should be low. Wow. Alright, well, with this much ice, I'm surprised it's only 75 decibels out there. Alright, contact established. Sierra 1. Sierra 2 as well. Alright, Sierra 1, let's get you classified. Not a Delta. Delta 3, SSBN. Yep, see, so, E-Real, this is my ship. -2 on active because it's shallow, so my active will be bouncing all over the place. So if I went active, I would have less chance of hearing them than if I stick with my passive. And them, they're about the same on active, but their low frequency passive is even worse chance. So they're not gonna see me, or at least the Delta 3 isn't gonna see me. Now Sierra 2, whoever the hell you are. Almost Charlie 2, almost Charlie 1. Gotta be either a Sierra. Yep, Sierra. They're very similar. Now the Sierra, on the other hand, if the Sierra goes active, he's gonna see me instantly. He's at 15 on active. And I got him at 10 on passive and 10 on if I were to go to active. Sierra's gotta be close. Sierra's close. Where does sonar think he is? Up higher than us. Bearing 3. He is right over there somewhere. He's got to be close if I've got him at 10 on active. Alright, well, surrounded by ice. At least 2 submarines. Alright, depth control, make your depth come up to 300 feet. Slowly. Seabass says, the ice is sleeping, hence no noise. Yeah, apparently there's no ice breaking apart. The sea is very calm. Look at that. Very calm seas. For the Arctic Circle, at least. Alright, we're getting a good track on the Delta. Solution up to 77%. Currently have his range at 14,800 yards. I get this weird feeling that there's more than just these two out there. Sierra's showing up a bit. I'm shocked I can't see that Sierra yet. Oh, there he is. Is he cavitating? Why the hell is he cavitating? Helm come left. Make your course 350. Well, we should go further than that. He's only bearing 6. 330 on a course. Get a second leg in him. We'll cross his line of sight. Passing 370 feet. On course to order depth of 300. I can't believe he's cavitating. What the hell is he cavitating for? Yep, we're at 75% solution now. Alright, let's hold up at about 335. Uriel says, thanks for the explanation. More research required for me. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff modeled in this game that is not represented in the information that they give you. But the fact that it's all modeled is very nice. Yep, I figured another target out there. CR3, if I had to guess one of the Victors, looks like a Victor 3. Yep, we caught him on the Toad. So once we came to the side a bit, our Toad array was able to pick him up. We got one hell of a solution on the Sierra right now. 90% solution. Alright, he has stopped cavitating. It's not going to matter. We have him really strong. He's almost got us on the Toad. So we got to be really quiet. Oops. No. Rig for... Stay ultra quiet. And he's cavitating again. It's almost as if this 6 to go. Michael Oswald is bound and determined for me to at least tie my record of 9 ships sunk in one combat. Alright, we got a solid solution on Sierra 2. Solid solution on Sierra 1 Delta. And Victor 3 is still awfully quiet out there. How close is the Delta? 18,000 yards? Yeah, he doesn't have us worth a damn. He's heading away. We're in his baffles. Uriel says the AI is still a bit buggy, right? Yeah, the AI is still a bit buggy. Although the Sierra might be, he is an escort. So he's going to want to draw attention from any possible enemy boats to him and not Sierra 1 Delta. So, I don't know, it could be a halfway reasonable tactic. Michael Oswald says, honestly, I'm waiting for a patch to introduce multiplayer and or larger enemy fleets. Yeah, that would be nice. Oh, Sierra 4, we have a 4th target out there. Picked him up on our Toad. He looks like a Victor 2. Double check here, though. Could be another Sierra. Well, that would be the shits. I was hoping for a Typhoon, honestly. Michael Oswald says, LOL, yes! Just wants more targets out there for me, don't you? We're going to classify Sierra 4 as a Sierra for now. Ay. The hell was that sound? Sierra 2's cavitating again. I can hear him. Alright, what does Sierra 2 have us at? Sierra 1 not going to have us. We just lost a bunch of track on Sierra 1 Delta 3. Sierra 3 is not going to have us. Sierra 2. Seabass says, are you trying to be sneaky and not engage the escorts? No, I'm trying to get closer to that Delta before I engage. Alright, Helm, come to course 360. Let's try to get into Sierra 2 Sierra's baffles. Stay on ultra quiet. Alright, depth control. Bring us above the layer. Passing 300 feet. Make your depth 120 feet. We're going to come above the layer, try to get in these guys' baffles here. At least Sierra. If we can take care of one of the Sierras, I'll feel a lot better about opening up on that Delta. Because seriously, 2 Sierras is going to be interesting. Yeah, he's awfully close. 7,700 yards. If he went active right now, oh my god, if he went active right now. Stay quiet, stay quiet. Passing 230 on course for 120 feet. This is one hell of an escort. 2 Sierras, the most capable Soviet sub in this game, and a Victor 3. Probably the second most capable. I'm not including the Alpha in that because the Alpha is really good at being fast, not very good at hearing targets. Alright, Sierra 2 has us at 3 on passive. He's getting awfully close to being able to hear us. Get above this layer. Come on. Layer's at 148. Passing 170 feet. Closing in on the layer. Passing 150. We are passing the layer. Let's see if this changes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that big change. He's at -8 on his passive. We are now above the layer. Alrighty, we're going to stay on this course. God, I hope there's not any actual surface escorts. Michael Oswald on YouTube, on the other hand, is hoping for a shit ton of escorts because he's just that type of evil person. I already have to deal with 2 Sierras. This is going to be hard enough. Oh dear. Oops. How close are we to being in Sierra 2's baffles. Not yet. He would still have us on active. Iriel says, so if he went active at 24, he would hear own ship at 22. Yeah, he would hear me at yeah, if he went active right now, he would pick me up at 26. So he would have a rather good solution on me if he went active. Suddenly the entire Soviet Atlantic fleet, yeah, don't jinx me. God, guys, be nice. Guys over on YouTube are trying to screw me over. Thanks a lot, guys. Let me tell you, the people watching on Twitch, way nicer. Way nicer. They're not hoping for me to die. Alright, we're going to speed up time just a little bit. See, passive is now going up because we're getting closer to each other. The closer you are to someone, the less of a shadow zone there is on the opposite side of the layer. So we're awfully close. I am almost in his baffles though. Soon as his bearing passes 060 degrees, I should be in his baffles. Baffles go out about anywhere from 40 to 60 degrees on either side. Pure Chaos over on Twitch says this game is way easier to watch than actually play. Well, yeah, I will actually completely agree with you, because when I first played this game, I died on my first mission and there were only 3 enemy targets. And actually, you'll see in the link on the YouTube videos here, a link to Jive Turkey's YouTube channel. It was his instructional videos that got me good at this game. I'm very good at taking instructions, so I was able to not suck. Okay, so he's bearing 075. Actually, no, his course is 151, so 60 degrees from 151. So no, we have about 20 degrees more. Problem is, as Cam pointed out over on Twitch, yeah, Sierra 4 Sierra is closing in hard. His speed is 10 knots. He's almost got me on passive already. All right. All right, we're going to have to go active here. Active as in hostile. All right, we want you to go active. Make both torpedoes active. And Sierra 2 is down, so we want you to go down. And what about Sierra 4? Sierra 4 is... Oh, that's why he's almost got us. Sierra 4 is above the layer with us. I should have checked that a little bit sooner. Pure Chaos says, able to sink 9 ships on my first campaign mission. All surface ships. Yep, that's my record as well. 5 transports with 4 escorts. And Cam says he's been watching Jive on YouTube, haven't been able to catch live streams. Yeah, I'm not able to watch his live streams either. I listen to them on my delivery routes. So, and Seabass on YouTube says what you don't want to happen is have C4 pick you up with Sierra 2 set in your baffles behind you. Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna take a shot at both Sierra 2 and Sierra 4. And that must be the victor. Oh god, they are like all around me. Alright, fire point procedure Sierra 2. Tube 3, bearing 095 degrees, range to enable 5,400 yards. Fire 3. Fire point procedures Tube 1, Sierra 4, bearing... Shit. 342, range to enable 2,500 yards. Fire 1. Torpedo avoidance, all ahead flank. Helm, set your course 180. Reload tubes 1 and 3. Switch out tube 2 to a torpedo. Move it, move it, move it. Cavitate, cavitate. Down. Full bubble. Make your depth 500 feet. We lost Sierra 2 in our baffles. We did get a torpedo off on him already. His torpedo has gone active. Launch transient from Sierra 4, Sierra. He launched an air-assisted torpedo right on top of us.
I have you now.
And whoever followed, thank you. I'll check it in. Oh my god. 2 air-launched torpedoes. Get down to 500 feet now. Get down to 500 feet now. Who has us? Alright, this torpedo here has us. 0 bubble. Prepare countermeasures. Oh, Christ. Two torpedoes on us. They have us on active sonar as well. Alright, we fooled 1 torpedo with a knuckle. Let's get this one as well. Knuckle formed. All up on the planes. Let's go over this torpedo. Sierra 4 is down. Thanks, Cam. Keeping me honest over there on Twitch. Keeping my head up, too. Nice. Alright, shot on Sierra 4 was good. Sierra 2 is down. Right full rudder. Come back over this torpedo. Level out the planes. Oh, that was awfully close. Alright, rudder amidships. Let's just run. Let's run. Let's run. Which torpedo's on us? God, another air launch torpedo. Coming from, it's got to be coming from the Victor and the Delta. Another air launch torpedo over there. Torpedo homing. These are air launch torpedoes, so they're not going to have much in the way of... Oh god, 3 torpedoes on us. Ready countermeasure. Launch noisemaker down full. Right full rudder. Let's get under these bastards. Level out, level out. Don't want to lawn dart this.
Connection lost.
Shit. Shit. Left full rudder. 1 down. Rudder amidships. 0 bubble. Launch countermeasure. See which way he turns here. Alright, right full rudder. Come back around. Seabass over on YouTube says, I am the Torp Magnet. Holy frickin' hell. At this point, yes, I am the Torp Magnet. There are 5 torpedoes around me. Torpedo aft has me again. Ready noisemaker. Try to keep going north as much as possible. Knuckle, knuckle, knuckle. We got him. Shit. All up on the planes. Full up. Depth control. Ready countermeasures. Oh, shit. Launch noisemaker. Get the ass down. Get the ass up. Oh, shit. Holy fuck. Oh. God, 2 more torpedoes just popped up on me. That's all she wrote for the USS Minneapolis St. Paul. Jesus. Oh, and just to add insult to injury, you assholes! Oh. Alright, let's see if we can get rescued in the Arctic Circle. Oh, god damn! That Victor and the Delta had to have had every fucking tube loaded with SSN 14 or 16s. The rocket-assisted torpedoes. They had to have had every fucking tube loaded with them. That's ridiculous. I've never had that many torpedoes homing on me before. That was insane. Absolutely insane. Shit, it was just the Delta 3 and the Victor 3 too. God. They launched 10 total rocket-assisted torpedoes. They had to have every fucking tube loaded with those. Smoke and try again. Pod Ballistic on Twitch says smoke and try again. Pure Chaos says it was a good effort though. Thank you. I've never had that many torpedoes heading at me. E-Real on YouTube, lessons learned. Fire 4 torpedoes at 4 targets and then run like hell. That would be my lesson learned on that one. Damn it. NATO admits loss of sub.
I have you now.
Most members of the crew have been safely recovered. And we have another follow. Who do we have? Pure Chaos followed. Thank you for the follow. And earlier when I was trying to dodge torpedoes was Z Canuck. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Glad you guys are getting a little bit of entertainment out of this. That was insane. Alright, both YouTube and Twitch, if you guys can give me an idea of what sub we should take out next. This might be the end of the campaign, because that was the ballistic missile mission. But what sub should I take out next? We've done the LA. There's the Narwhal. Quieter than an LA, but slower. Same sensor suite, almost. Slightly less effective
Connection
passive
lost.
sonar. Sorry about that. If TeamSpeak was coming through, it was telling me connection lost. Am I still good on the stream, guys? Looks like we're still good on the stream. Pod Ballistic says, can I see the biggest U-boat? Well, not really U-boats here, but the biggest one is definitely the Los Angeles, at 110 meters. I don't have the Russian sub mod installed. I will install it for next week. I'm gonna try a run as a alpha next week. So come Monday, I'll be riding an alpha. Pure Chaos says Narwhal would be cool. Might be hard to knuckle with. Yep, might be hard to knuckle with it. It tops out at 25 knots. Correct. Seabass wants me to go as a sturgeon. Could be fun. Same sensor suite as the Narwhal. The Narwhal is quieter. The sturgeon is smaller, more maneuverable. Same speed. Let's see. Well, yeah, let's go with a sturgeon. USS Finback, SSN 670. And this is, yeah. See, we didn't even get a chance to play that. Threat of nukes too high. Ceasefire. General ceasefire announced only days ago thankfully seems to have been upheld along all fronts. An anonymous NATO spokesman has suggested that if peace talks are successful, many troops could be on their way home in a matter of weeks. Damn. War over. Soviets still demand control of all territories currently occupied. So they basically took West Germany and Denmark. That was a war lost, all because I couldn't find those damn... Well, I found the ballistic missile submarine. Apparently they didn't want to play patty cake with me, though, so we couldn't... Damn it. Alright, well, we were at war 48 days, missions accomplished 14, not bad. Total ship sunk was 74, at a total tonnage of 417,055. I'll be damned. Final outcome. With the war over, you return to your regular routine. Life in the Navy will remain busy as the ongoing Cold War climate, along with increasing military expenditure by both superpowers, continue to threaten the fragile peace. Oy. Seabass says, yeah, see that missile right there is similar to the missile that they kept firing at me. Only the missile they kept firing at me had a rocket strapped to the back of the torpedo. Ugh, bastards. Alright, well, let's take out a sturgeon. See how well we can do there. And we'll override our elite stream. With a sturgeon. Effective immediately, you are hereby assigned command of the Sturgeon class USS... Damn it. Why do they give me a submarine name I can't even pronounce? USS Parche. 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 Maybe it's French. Parche. Yeah. We know all about you, Mr. Reagan, and all about the civilian aircraft shot down, yada, yada, yada. Alright, first mission from a new admiral aboard the USS Parche. Parche? Whatever. Intelligence has discerned a pattern to movements of enemy at-sea replenishment tankers and tenders. Alright, so they're sailing from Archangelisk momentarily for a rendezvous near the Greenland Sea. Well, at least they don't have to jump out immediately up to the Barents. Alright, so we want to get up to the Greenland Sea ASAP. And last campaign I did fail a mission to protect Andoya over here in Norway. Which means when the Soviets amphibious landed there, we lost the SOSUS nets between these northern Norwegian islands and Andoya. So if possible, if we get a mission to stop an amphibious landing at Andoya, we need to complete it. Now for non-Navy people, SOSUS nets are lines of NATO-controlled passive sonar arrays. Very powerful passive sonar arrays. That looks like our target right there. So basically, we cut off the Russians, and anything they sent out into the Atlantic, we heard, and we knew exactly where it was every time they passed those SOSUS nets. So we have a contact bearing 141, designate Sierra 1, our depth 150 feet, speed 10 knots, our heading 89 degrees. So they are quite a ways off of our starboard bow. Alright, let's come to, we are only going 10 knots, let's come to 10,000 yards. Make sure we're loaded for bear. I think it's a surface group, so let's load a couple harpoons here. And close to 10,000 yards. See what the sturgeon can do, shall we? Sonar, give me contacts. I said sonar, give me contacts. Anything, any contacts. Anything will do. Hell, I'll take a blue whale at this point. Just give me a contact. Pod Ballistic says on Twitch, can you shoot with a tomahawk? Yes, you can. There are specifically actually tomahawk missions where you have to try to infiltrate Murmansk or Archangelisk or Kremika in northeastern Soviet Union up by Norway and try to get in close enough to shore where you can launch tomahawks at specific targets. And they're very difficult missions because there's a lot of enemy ships nearby. Speaking of enemy ships, I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. No layer. Ambient noise is really high. Why is ambient noise? Ooh, rough seas. Probably sea state 2. No, sea state 3. Wow. Alright, we got rough seas. No sonar contacts. Dive, make your depth 400 feet. Let's give her a search here. Correction on depth. Dive, make your depth 300 feet. Start out at 300 and start there. Then we'll clear our baffles, make sure there's nothing behind us. We know they're off about that away. Somewhere. There are icebergs over there, so that'll make it even harder to tell where they are. Now, unlike the Los Angeles, the Sturgeon was not designed with a towed array, so they had to put this long-ass tube out along the fins. Seabass says on YouTube, USS Parsh is often cited as being the most highly decorated vessel in the U.S. Navy. My dad's boat did 1 or 2 missions in conjunction with her. No pressure. Oh, well, it's great. I love it when you don't put any pressure on me like that. And I'm assuming by most decorated you mean most decorated currently serving. Because I'm pretty sure the Enterprise back in World War II was the most decorated ever. Pod Ballistic says go on periscope depth. Yeah, that's definitely an option. I'm gonna try not to do it yet because there's still a chance that their radar can see my periscope. So periscope depth is not always the best option in these cases. If I can't hear anything on passive sonar, I will go up to periscope depth because ambient noise it's really loud sea state right now. Seabass says she was decommissioned in 2004. Oh, well, very interesting that she was decorated that much. We are hearing active sonar pings. I didn't get a direction. Alright, rudder midships. Let's do some listening. There we go. Active sonar almost dead ahead. Seabass says her honors 9 presidential unit citations, 10 Navy unit commendations, and 13 Navy expeditionary medals. Wow. That is a lot of commendations for a ship during peacetime. Well, I guess she would have served during wartime as well. Yeah, look how noisy it is out there. That's ridiculous. Sierra 1, we have knotted sub. Good to know. Could be an Udaloy. Could be a Kara. I think this might be the 4th line, though. I think it's going to end up being a cannon. Or a cash-in. Yeah, cash-in. Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is the 4th line and that's the 5th. Sierra 1 classified as cash-in. It's the only target we have so far. Alright, helm, right full rudder, come to course. 215. Let's come across her bow, and we'll try to get a bearing with our other side here. And we lost contact. He's head on. Los Angeles subs had very good side passive sonars, not the best front mounted sonars. CR2 is cavitating. CR2 is a submerged contact? Pure Chaos asks if this is a fresh campaign. Yes, it is, because when we were destroyed, that was on the ballistic missile submarine mission. And since we were destroyed, we failed it, so that ended the campaign with a rather negative outcome. The Soviets ended up taking territory. So this is a fresh campaign with the Sturgeon-class USS Parch. Parch? CR3, let's get a CR3 looks like another cash-in. I'd really like to reacquire CR2. Let's go a little bit deeper here. Come to 400 feet, try to get some kind of contact on them. Alright, we have CR3. He is active pinging as well. Come right another 10, 15 degrees. See if our towed array can't pick any of these other contacts up. Now we did know that CR2 was cavitating not long ago, so CR2 has got to be a submarine. They don't call out that surface warships are always cavitating, unless they're going 5 knots. Cashin is booking it. We have them good on the towed array. The background noise and music are so good at creating an eerie yet kind of relaxing circumstance. And we lost CR3. Oh, this damn noisy environment. Wow. Alright, yeah, I was right. CR2 is a sub. We can see him. I do have the 3D models turned on just for kind of a more cinematic feel. But I'm still gonna play like we can't see him worth a damn right now. Alright, they might just be out of it. Let's come 600 feet. Let's go down some more. We'll do a deep search. I gotta find these guys. I don't want to have to come to Periscope. Yeah, CR3 might not be a cash-in, pure chaos. First 4 lined up, but the fifth didn't. It could very well be, what's the other one that kind of lines up that way? Cannon, I think. No, Krivak. It could very well be a Krivak. Alright, level out the boat. We'll do a deep search. So it's either a Kashin or a Krivak. We know the first 4 line up. It's too noisy out there. We didn't get a look at the fifth, however. Alright, we just did a major depth change. We'll have to give it a minute. Yep, CR2's cavitating. Let's classify him real quick. We know he's a sub. That is awfully damn. That's not, no. Charlie 2? Oh. God, it looks like so many different subs. If I had to guess, it's either a Sierra or one of the Victors. We completely lost them. He stopped cavitating. It's going to be a bit harder with this boat because the Sturgeon does not have as good a passive sonar as the Los Angeles does. Going to be a bit harder. Yeah, definitely tough with all this noise. 107 LE, as Jive Turkey would say. LE because shrug. Because the Navy calls it LE. Alright, Deep Search is not producing anything. Let's come back shallow. As much as I was hoping. We're going to keep it on Victors. We're going to check. I think Sierra 2 is probably one of the Victors. So it must be a submarine tender. So there's probably 2 surface escorts, 1 submarine, and more than likely a Dawn class submarine tender out there. Yeah. Either a Dawn or an Ugra submarine tenders. I'm going to guess it'll probably be a Dawn somewhere up there. Alright, we're going to speed up time just a hair. Active sonar. They shouldn't be able to hear squat on active. Alright, level out the boat. Oh, I really don't have to go. I really don't want to have to go active. From visual, it looks like it's probably a Victor 2. The sub, at least. Alright, left full rudder, come about. Set course 190. See if we can't pick him up on the other side. Speed this up again because a turn at 5 knots is going to take forever. Sierra 4. Sierra 4 should be... Try to classify it before we lose it here. Yep, Sierra 4 is a Dawn. Dawn class submarine tender. Cash in 3, contact reestablished. Alright, we have the Dawn and Sierra 3. I want Sierra 2 reestablished. We really need to reacquire Sierra 2. Come on, sonar. Give me Sierra 2. Hold course at 100 degrees. Oh, I don't like that I can't hear that guy. Problem is, my active is hardly going to hear anything either. Yeah, Sierra 3, I only have at 40% solution. Dawn is also at about 40% hovering. Damn it. If I'm not mistaken, we had Sierra 2 when we were around 300 feet. Once we have Sierra 2, I'm going to snapshot at Sierra 2. This is one of those situations where active homing on our weapons should be required. We're going to come just past 300 feet and do a quiet listen for that. Yep, Sierra 3 is a Krivac. This is a little bit stronger here. Looks like Sierra 3 is a Krivac. Good call, pure chaos. Washproof on Twitch says, ahoy mateys. Hello Washproof, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining in. Hope I can be slightly entertaining. Currently we're trying to hear that damn submarine. Oh, I'm willing to bet he's going to go active the moment I fire anything. Sierra 1 Krivac, solution up to 60%, range 5,100 yards. Oh my god, is he that close? Oh my god, he is that close. Firepoint procedures, Sierra 3 Krivac, tube 3, bearing 157, range to enable 1,800 yards. Fire 3, tell it to go up to the surface. Actually, enable the torpedo. Torpedo locked on. Active sonar from Sierra 2. Snapshot, down bearing. 201, range to enable 1,300 yards. Fire 1. Alright, we lost that. Reload tubes 1 and 3. Sierra 3, Krivac, target hit. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not want you to use these, though. This 4-pod of missiles up here is, I believe it's the SSN-16. They're rocket-assisted torpedoes. The ones that sank me in the last campaign. Contact Sierra 2 cavitating. We have Sierra 2 on sonar. No return fire, no launch transient from Sierra 2. Looks like our torpedo has a lock. Torpedo should be adjusting course. Yep. You can see it adjusting course right in the... Yep, there we go. Tube 1 reloaded. Dive, make your depth 200 feet. Come back up to harpoon launch depth. Noisemaker, bearing 221. Good thing I went active. Our torpedo is not giving a flying fudge about that noisemaker. See, if he had dived as well as turned, this torpedo would have missed. So I'm really hoping, really hoping that they get that AI working better. The red line was the only torpedo we could detect was mine. So the red line was active pings from my torpedo. Alright, I need to reacquire Sierra 1. Helm right full rudder. Make your course 150 degrees. See if we can't pick up that cash-in. Nope, any active weapons will show up as a red line, pure chaos. So So active sonar from torpedoes will always show up as a red line, be it your torpedo or an enemy torpedo. Seabass says, quick question, which do you think is the prettiest sub in game? The prettiest sub? I actually hadn't thought of that. E-Real on YouTube says the LA. Best looking sub in the game. Huh. It would probably be between the Skipjack and the Victor 3 would probably be the ones I think look the coolest. The Skipjack, just, I love the really tall sail on the Skipjack and just the pure teardrop shape on the hull. And the Delta 3 just looks like it would be a mean sub to come across. Delta 3 or Sierra class. They're very similar in looks. Good looking subs. And I really like the ingenuity of the Victors with their little electric trolling motors on the edge of their fairwater planes. I think that's pretty cool. Duh, we can't make our boat quiet, so we put little electric trolling motors on it. Alright, we have a bearing on Sierra 1 cash-in. Alright, we're gonna risk... That'll probably go after the Dawn. Alright. Firepoint procedure, Sierra 4 Dawn. Tube 2, bearing 175, range to enable 8,100 yards. Fire 2. Boom, baby. Now we'll find out if the cash-in is close enough to intercept that with Sea-Wiz or not. That would be the cash-in. Nope. He's bearing down on me, though. Ah, you're shitting me. We are detected on active sonar. Sierra 4 Dawn destroyed. Alright, firepoint procedures. Sierra 1 cash-in. Bearing 185. Range to enable 5,000 yards. 188. Range to enable 5,000 yards. Fire 1. Keep the wire on this torpedo. Follow it to target. Come right, bearing 170. Oh, hi. Torpedo evasion, all head flank, down full, left full rudder. This son of a bitch snuck one off on us. We are below torpedo. Alright, come right, continue dive. Enable torpedo. Level out the boat. Slow to a head standard. We should be fine. He should be way too far above us. This might get caught up on the Dawn. Bring torpedo shallow. Hopefully the Dawn is sinking faster than the torpedo's gaining on it. Looks like it's going down pretty quick now. Torpedo 1 has lock. We should be getting bearing from the wire from the torpedo shortly. Pure Chaos asks, how did you know you got caught on active? There was a little orange symbol that pops up in the upper right-hand corner up here that will tell you when you get caught on active. Basically, your own sonar operators on your own sub can tell when the active ping is strong enough that they're going to get a return on it. So our sonar basically said, he has us on active because the signal is strong enough that he should have us on active. E-Real on YouTube says, LOL, oh hi. I think that was the calmest response to a torpedo I've ever had. Yep, he doesn't have us. We're too low for him. Works for me. I didn't feel like getting shot on this mission anyways. And our torpedo definitely has him. Shall we watch the pretties? That was the airdrop torpedo that just exploded behind us. Very low fuel on those things. As for the cash-in, oh, did we miss the boom? We missed the boom. Well, we know he's gone. Alright, we did get the target. Perfect. And it says no vessels nearby. Perfect. Go ahead and leave combat. We got all 4 targets. They were both Krivaks. I was wrong on both cash-in classifications. Pure Chaos, you were right to call the one, and I was wrong on the other one. I was right on the Donna and the Victor, but that 5th line just didn't want to show up on those. It was so noisy out there. Alright, continue on. Admiral says, superb effort in locating and eliminating the enemy's ability to replenish their submarine force at sea. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Admiral. You're making me blush. Soviet subs retreat. Perfect. Alright, an enemy cruise missile submarine is transiting southward in the Norwegian Sea toward the North Atlantic convoy routes. You must sink it. This enemy sub is believed to be a nuclear-powered Oscar or Charlie class. It may have a nuclear sub escort. Oh, this could be fun. This will basically be my revenge for failing the ballistic missile mission. Hated failing that. Made me angry. Alright, continue on course. Alright, so there's going to be a sub trying to break out into the North Atlantic. Question is, who is it going to be? Good God, that's a lot of targets. I'm going to guess this guy. Yeah, I'm going to guess that guy. He's heading right towards... Pure Chaos says he's already scared from the mission brief. Oh no, this is my vengeance mission right here. Close to 10,000 yards. We're only going 5 knots. Storm, high wind, so ambient noise should be pretty high. No surface duct or layer though. Make sure we're loaded. Yep. All right, close to 10,000 yards. Sonar contact, Sierra 1, contact faded. Damn, where was he? We didn't even get a track. Ambient noise, yep, very noisy, 110. Wow. Yep, sea state 4. Alright, we got nothing. Dive, make your depth 300 feet. Let's get below these waves, see if we can hear anything better. Bearing on Sierra 1 was 257. Thank you, Chaos. So he's way off our starboard bow. Alright, helm, make your course 217. Come to about 40 degrees off and see what well, 207. See what we can see there. Alright, level off the boat. Well, again, we can see him. We can't hear him yet. Still gonna play it like we can't even see him. Alright, 207. Might have to come a bit deeper. See if we hear anything on this track. Come on, sonar, give me a target. It's a lot of ocean with nothing to show for it. Come on. Nothing. Alright, come left to 187. Let's give him a little bit more of a broadside. Get our towed array on perfect angle to his last known bearing. And then we'll wait about 30 seconds and then go deeper. Gotta get under this noise. This is ridiculous. Pure Chaos and Twitch asks, is 40 to 50 degree offset where you typically want to be for TMA? Yeah, anywhere kind of broadside. If you get too far, you risk putting them in your baffles, your wake from your sub, and you won't hear anything. But the towed array basically has best detection from about 30 degrees to about 120 degrees. No, that's wrong. 150 degrees. So your towed array has best detection out to the sides of your boat. Alright, we're still not hearing anything. Alright, dive, make your depth, add 200 feet, and we'll go below 500 feet. We'll jump 100 feet at a time. We'll go to about 450. Level out the planes. Let's use dive depth control. Passing 400 feet. All else fails, I will have to go active. Don't want to, but I'm willing to find this target. Oh, come on. You're not going to give me a damn thing, are you? Where the hell did he go? He was over there, right? Yeah, that doesn't worry me at all. Oh, there he is. There he is. God, I can't believe we don't have anything. It's so freaking noisy out there. just stupidly noisy out there. Alright, we'll make one more jump down to 600 feet. Depth control only. I want to keep the boat level so we're not screwing that our towed array. And then we'll turn in on him and close range. Only other thing we can do. Active's going to be kind of rough in this environment as well. Passing 500 feet. Oh, these noisy environments are ridiculous. Seabass on YouTube says, life wasn't meant to be easy. Yeah, yeah. At least the entire Soviet Navy didn't show up like you guys wanted it to. Depth 600 feet. Oh, hell. Still no contacts. Give it about 30 seconds here. And then we're not going to have a choice but to either turn in on him, close range, or go active. I'm less confident with active in this noisy environment because it will interfere with hearing the return signal off anything active hits. Yeah, we got nothing. Alright, helm, come to course 257, last known bearing on Sierra 1. Ahead 2/3. Close range. We'll close in about 8,000 more yards, and then turn to the side and listen to you. Frogaz says, the game seems kind of boring right now. Well, when you can't hear your target and they can't hear you, it's kind of I don't know, it is a little nerve-wracking because I don't know if he's going to hear me before I hear him. Alright, steady on course 257. Speed up time a bit. Once we get to this other line over here, we'll slow back down and do another listen. Yeah, Pure Chaos is right on Twitch. He says, when you're playing, these are usually the most stressful moments besides being actively engaged by torps. Well, thanks, Frogaz. Frogaz? Washproof says, maybe the devs should add zombie whales. Yeah, that's all we need. No thanks on the zombie whales. Good God. They have said that they should be adding in some... There we go. Sierra 1 is cavitating. Odds are he heard us. See, this is what he detected us before we detected him. Alright, we know it's a sub. Let's see if it's our... It is not our SSGN. Damn. Really? Ah. Alright, it did line up as a frickin' Foxtrot diesel electric. Frogaz? Right? Frogaz? Was that my last one? Washproof says no Cold War zombie whales. No, that would be bad. A whale could... Well, I don't know if it could do a lot of damage to a sub or not. It could probably knock off the sails. Alright, ahead 2/3. Let's gain some more ground, and then we'll do another quiet search. So this sucker is a diesel electric old boat. How the hell? This is not our target. Absolutely not our target. Alright, we'll come to about here and do another search. Frog is. Frog is. Okay. We'll go with that. Could be the escort. It said it should have a nuclear escort, though. And a Foxtrot would not even be able to keep up with an SSGN. A Foxtrot can only go about, I think, 12 knots underwater. 15 knots underwater, yeah. No way in hell could a Foxtrot keep up. Alright, slow back. Maneuvering all stop. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, Froggiz. Hope doesn't turn out too boring for you. I completely lost him too. I don't know where he is. Alright, we know he was bearing... Alright, let's turn our side to him a little bit more. Helm come left to course 237. Ahead 1/3. Grog was taken, so I was taking one that closest. Frog was taken. Gotcha. Alright, this could be a mistake. But we are going to give it one... Sonar, con. Give me 2 active sonar pings. Let's try to get this contact. Helm, all stop. Be as quiet as possible. Seabass, I missed your whole population of Russian comment. Just in my baffles, huh? Yeah, that's great. Well, the whole population of Russian torpedoes landed on my head in that last campaign mission. All right, sonar switch to active sonar. Come on, give us a bearing. Secure from active. God, it is so noisy. 1 ping only. Froggiz says, spelling at this early morning is hard, apparently. Ah, you must be across the pond. It is 8:30 p.m. here. Alright, to hell with this. Helm ahead standard. We're going to close range. I want this guy. Not that far of a turn. Come on. Back towards his last bearing. There we go. There he is. I can see him visually. Sweden! Well, thank you for tuning in from Sweden. Brady Tyler 129 says 9:30 for you. Alrighty. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys, and welcome to the stream. We're going to try to sink this Foxtrot as soon as we detect his ass one more time. Alright. As Washproof said, we're going to go 1 ping only, please. Oh, no effing way. Alright, helm come left. Let's give him our broadside. We gotta hear this bastard. Sierra 1 cavitating. Snapshot, Sierra 1. Alright. Ahead standard. Make your course 090. Let's head away from our torpedo. Make sure it doesn't come back on us. I think he intends to defect. He might. You know, he's being awfully cordial for a enemy submarine here. All right, we're going to speed up time a little bit.
I have you now.
And we have a follow. Fragas followed. Thank you for the follow. Hopefully it's not too boring for you. Torpedo has enabled. It's heading up to where I told it to run. Torpedo is active pinging. Seabass says he crapped himself when he heard the active ping so hard he started cavitating. Yeah, he started cavitating right after I did the active ping. Thank you, Fragas. I appreciate the follow. I'm just here to have fun, and the reason I started streaming was to interact with some people while I'm playing a single-player game, so I appreciate the follow. And let's cheat and watch our torpedo, even though we don't have either the torpedo or the sub on sonar. This is why I have the 3D models on even when I can't detect them, because it makes for better viewing. Oh, he's cavitating again. Alright, no, Seabass. Now he's crapping himself, because he hears a torpedo coming in. I don't think there's much he's going to be able to do, though. Helm, I'll stop. Oh no, I had 1/3. Come to bearing north. See if we can hear anything out there. We have the noisemaker and the torpedo again. Torpedo going into countermeasure avoidance maneuver. I should be far enough away, washproof. I shouldn't need to go flank or evade. Torpedo has reacquired. And we have Sierra 1 on sonar as well. At least a bearing to Sierra 1. Oh, poor Foxtrot. Okay, yeah, see how slow he was going even at flank speed? The AI seems not to be getting off depth. They do sometimes. With certain boats, it seems, the AI is really intelligent, and then other times it's just stupid. It's kind of random whether or not the AI is really good at avoiding or not. Alright, well, let's see if there's anything nearby. No vessels nearby. Leave combat. It was just the Foxtrot, so that was not our target. E-Real says, AI just gives up when it has a torp on it, Sass. Yeah, from time to time it does. Like I said, it, oh, this might be our target. There have been Victors and Sierras that have been really, really intelligent when evading torpedoes. Changing depth, countermeasures, knuckling. The AI is really good at trying to form a knuckle and get a torpedo off of it, and turning to avoid. Now they just have to get the depth change down in the AI. So, new contact bearing 117, designate 01. We're heading 053, so he's about 65 degrees off our starboard bow. XO, status report. As Jive would say, the XO's playing Xbox, but I have figured out I have a better XO on my boat than Jive does. His is always playing Xbox down in the stateroom, and mine is actually doing his job. Let's reload a torpedo. We are going to close in. We're only going 5 knots. You want to close right into 10,000 yards. Fragas, forming a knuckle is when you're going at flank speeds and you put your rudder hard left, and then once you get hard left, you switch over really fast to hard right. That sudden change in direction and cavitation creates a very turbulent bubble of water that's called a knuckle. And it can interfere with a torpedo's homing sensors because the sound going through that turbulent water will distort and go out at every other angle, except the angle to keep a lock on you. So knuckles are very, very helpful in... Holy shit. Okay, so as I was saying, knuckles are very, very helpful in avoiding a torpedo or keeping it from holding a lock on you. No worries. I'm glad I can explain that. And E-Real on YouTube says, would you like to see some later Cold War boats in the game like the Akula? Oh, the Akula or the Akula 2 would be nasty submarines to come across. I would actually like to see like a 2005 DLC to this. You could get a lot of really cool submarines if you up it to almost modern time subs. But again, you would be getting into kind of the classified area on that where a lot of the information on those submarines wouldn't be declassified, so it'd be hard to accurately represent them. Oh, Sierra 1's close. That is definitely an uh, Oscar, I think. Yeah, Oscar guided missile sub. Nuclear guided missile sub. Alright, now our briefing did say it could have um, yes, Seabass. Knuckles are very useful for holy shit. Yeah, that's not what Knuckles are useful for. Um, Seabass says Swiftsure class. Yeah, you would get some really cool submarines. I would love to see either a Seawolf or Virginia class sub modeled in this game. That would be fun. Or the Akula 2, or what's their new one they just launched? God, I can't remember the name of it. Long and it starts with an S. That's all I know. That Russia recently launched. I hope first though that they add in some other NATO submarines into this game. I would love to play as a Trafalgar class or what was the French sub of the 80s? I don't remember. Just torp the Oscar and hope for the best. What could possibly go? Ugh. Seabass over on YouTube wants me to commit suicide. I will not seppuku for you. Any other targets on sonar? It might not have an escort. I will be okay if it does not have an escort. I'll be perfectly happy with that. Center our track. Chaos says, why not just surface while you're at it? Well, it's an option. I will if I need to, but I don't think I'll need to. Alright, he is almost at our depth. We have a course. Helm come right. Full rudder to course 160. We're going to speed this up just a little bit. Rig ship for ultra quiet. If we can keep him from detecting me, he's at -5 on his passive. Ooh, it's showing up a bit. Rudder midships. Fragas says, can you maneuver a nuclear sub in this too? You mean like, can I control a nuclear missile submarine? Alright, this is getting ridiculous. Switch to active on tube 1. Firepoint procedure, Sierra 1, tube 1. Bearing 142 degrees, range to enable 1000. I don't trust that. Range to enable 1000 yards. Fire 1. Now if he's smart, he's going to fire back down the trail of that torpedo. He should have us on active. Oscar is cavitating. He should fire torpedo back. Our torpedo has gone active. Our torpedo has acquired target. Seabass on YouTube says, deploy all the noisemakers, ahead flank, cavitate, flood all the tubes, emergency blow ballast, active sonar, fire all the Mossas, and get all hands to sing. It's a long way to... No! I don't want to get their attention. It would be more accurate if you would snapshot back at me, though. That is something that... This is one of the bigger subs the Soviet has, and Yeah, there is a mod that lets you play as any Soviet sub in the game. And I'll be using that mod next week starting on Monday. That'll be my next stream, will be next Monday. Contact deployed noisemaker. Does not matter. Our active homing torpedo is ignoring the noisemaker. Pure Chaos says on Twitch, says, I would never ride in a sub with Seabass. Seabass, I'm with Pure Chaos on this one. I would not ride a sub with you. You would probably get us killed. You would be like Buckman in Down Periscope. Another noisemaker in the water. He did fool our torpedo again. This guy's doing better. He should be changing. He should be diving really hard right now, though. I'm really hoping that is a AI change that they make soon. Torpedo impact. Oscar 1 is not destroyed. Oscar 1 is going to take 2 torpedoes. Yeah, look at how big this guy is. Dual screws. Emergency blow. He's going to try to stay at the surface to control his flooding. Trike Boy on Twitch asks, are there any plans by the developer to add features to the... Yeah, they're actively working on adding stuff to this game. Their last game, called Atlantic Fleet, was not extremely popular, but Cold Waters was picked up by a lot of the YouTubers and streamers, and this game has shot up in extreme popularity. So yeah, they're discussing adding multiplayer to it. They haven't confirmed or denied. They have said right now AI is the biggest thing they're working on. And Washproof says they were getting off depth in 1.03b. Yeah, they were, but it's almost like in 1.04 they made the AI much more capable at firing at you in 1.04, and for some reason it seems like their evasion AI switches on and off. So sometimes they evade really well, sometimes they don't, but they're much more apt to shoot at you a lot in 1.04. And yes, I agree, Trike. Multiplayer with this would be amazing. He is holding depth, so he is not going to sink out. We are going to have to put another torpedo on him. All right, fire point procedure. Sierra 1 Oscar, tube 3, bearing 168, range to enable 4,300 yards. Fire 3. Yeah, that emergency blow definitely helped. It didn't look like it at first, because there's a big pressure change inside a sub when an emergency blow happens. So it like immediately kind of causes a dip in his depth. But then with his propulsion, it looks like he probably took reactor damage because he didn't have his screws moving. But now that he's got propulsion plus his emergency ballast blown, he's able to at least maintain depth. So his crew is working fervently right now to try and repair the boat. He did surface. He's got his nose above water. So his damage control teams would be able to save the boat if I hadn't been an asshole and shot a second torpedo at him. Trike Boy says weird, being almost vertical. Yeah, he's got to do everything he can to try to stay up. The shallower he is, the faster his pumps will work to get water off the boat. Where the hell did I hit him anyways? I don't even remember. Right there. That didn't do a whole lot of damage. Wow. Soviet subs were built really ruggedly. It's the highly underutilized double tap. Yep. This is one of those zombie Oscars that we had to double tap. Oh, he's still got noisemaker controls. Alright, we do still have this wire, so I could steer the torpedo right into him. I'm not going to because it should reacquire here. And he's got full propulsion, so he's still moving along at 15 knots even though he's at the surface. Yep, gonna hit him amidships in the other side. That got him. Sierra 1, Oscar. Breaking apart, heading to the bottom. No nearby contacts, let's leave combat. And it was just the Oscar. You scared them right out of the water. Yes, I did. Seabass says double stellinium hull. No, if it were stellinium, my torpedo would have bounced off. So, no, you're wrong, Seabass. Wolves driven off. Alright, the Admiral says, intelligence has discerned a pattern to movements of enemy at-sea replenishment takers and tenders. Alright, we are ordered to find and sink this group. They're leaving from Archangelisk momentarily for the Greenland Sea. Alright, let's reload torpedoes. We are running low on arms. We have 6 torpedoes left and 7 harpoons. Yeah, definitely wasn't vibranium or adamantium. That Oscar is pretty, says E. Kent on YouTube. Yeah, Oscars are kind of like the Snorlaxes of the Russian Navy. They're really wide, but they are good-looking subs. Okay, so I'm gonna try to not engage these guys because our target will be leaving probably just left Archangel, probably making his way up towards the Greenland Sea. We're just gonna wait right here and not engage all those guys with only 6 torpedoes. Just stay there. Nobody sees you. You don't see anybody either. Just go away. This flight should... Oh, no. I thought for sure that flight would pick up our target. There's our target. That's got to be our target. Yep, he's coming north. Oh, God, he's got a lot of escorts. That should be our target. Should be our target. Sonar contact bearing 037. Oof. Scattered gentle breeze. Should be fairly quiet. No surface ductor layer. And we're heading 131. Alright, I don't want to miss these guys. We're going to close to 50. Ah, fuck it. 10,000 yards. No risk, no reward. We're only going 10 knots. Immediately rig ship for ultra quiet. We have 2 contacts immediately. Sierra 2. 84 decibel. That's about average for this game. Trike Boy says, why don't the Soviets ever try to disrupt or destroy the SOSUS nets? It's not possible unless you disconnect their land connections. So, for instance, if the Soviets were to engage or were to take Andoya, one of the cities in northern Norway, the northern SOSUS net disappears because they disconnect it from land. Soviets did not have their own SOSUS systems. No. As far as I'm aware. Alright, these should all be surface targets. What? The hell is an Andazan? Okay. Sierra 2 is an Andajan. Sierra 1 looks like a Krivak. Oh no. It's only a Grisha. Small but somewhat capable boats. And, well, that looks like a Grisha 3 as well. Trike Boy says, okay, oh, that is cool. Did not know they had the ship profiles like that. Yep, yeah, this was one of their things they added in 1.04. Yeah, E-Real on YouTube says, also, the Soviets didn't know about SOSUS till late in the war. They knew it by the mid-70s, I do believe. And when they figured it out, it caused quite a big bustle. But you know, we weren't going to give it up. All right, these might be the only targets here. See if we can't get one of the escorts right away. Fire point procedures. Sierra 1, Grisha 3, Tube 4. Bearing 022, range to enable 8,500 yards. Fire 4. Booster dropped off. Should enable shortly. Yep, missile enabled. Target launched chaff and flare. Try to... Boom! Nada. Grisha sunk. Trike Boy says, are you streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time? Yes, I'm using Restream.io to do both YouTube and Twitch. Alright, they'll both be heading straight in on me. Firepoint procedure, Tube 1, target CR3, Grisha 3. Bearing 029, range to enable. Bearing 031, range to enable 13,300 yards. Fire 1. Come right to course 050. We did lose that wire, that's alright. And we'll go with Tube 2 next. Once we get on course, we'll launch Tube 2 at the Andijan. Alright, that Grish is going to be closing in hard. He's going to be bearing right down on me. Hopefully, he might get closer than this torpedo is going to arm. We'll have to see on that. Hopefully that Sierra 1 Grisha 3 sank early enough. Frogaz says their WSCA sub that was running on atomic fuel, if I'm not mistaken, that I was thinking at. Well, the sub I'm currently controlling is a nuclear sub running on a nuclear reactor. A good portion of the subs in the game are running on nuclear reactors. The last sub I sunk in that last mission was SSGN, which stands for Nuclear Powered Guided Missile Sub. So any submarine with a designation N in the submarine is SS, and N after it signifies that it is powered by a nuclear reactor. So let's, for instance, yep, see, Typhoon SS stands for submarine. B means ballistic. That means they have nuclear missiles, and N designating that it's powered by nuclear reactor. So yeah. Well, if you're not into Navy lingo, you know, the designations kind of get no way you would know if you're not into it. Froggy says, "Oops, see what I know?" Yeah, no worries. If it's not something you've studied very often, it's not something you're gonna know. So I'm more than happy to explain. Everyone knows different amounts of information on these things. All right, while we're sitting here, let's load another harpoon and another torpedo. Speed up time a little bit. We'll see what this torpedo does. Oh, go active. Come on, enable, enable. Torpedo enabled. Come on. Did it change course? Torpedo changed course. Torpedo locked on Sierra 3, Grisha 3. Yeah, we got it. Homing in. Yep. We'll wait for that harpoon to launch. We'll use the harpoon on the Andajan. Switch to view from the Andajan. There's the Grisha there. Should see a boom here shortly. I'm gonna get a screenshot of this too, just because it's a really cool angle. Come on. Come on, torpedo. Trike Boy says Typhoon Big Mother. Yep, might take 2 to bring her down. I think the Typhoon actually might take 3 torpedoes to take down. The Typhoon is basically the size of a World War II battleship. Typhoons are just massive. Of an early World War II battleship. Not anything later like the Iowa class or anything. Alright, Sierra 3, Grisha 3. Heading towards the bottom. We're going to use another harpoon here. Going to zoom in so you guys can see the launch. Firepoint procedures, Sierra 2, Tube 4, bearing 039, range to enable 16,100 yards. Fire 4. And they've done such good modeling in this, you'll see the booster fall off. Yep, there goes the booster. And now the missile is on its own. Now hopefully, if I told it to enable correctly, it should enable itself or go homing past the wreck of the Grisha. Otherwise the Grisha will probably suck it up and it'll be a wasted missile. So it should be enabling in about 3, 2, 1. Yep, we got it. Torpedo is lowering itself to try to hit the target as close to the waterline as possible. Solid hit on the Andajan, and 1 was enough to take out the Andajan. Seabass says, excuse the pedantry, but you never say fire when you're shooting a weapon on a sub. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it's launch. Launch 4. Oh no, you should talk to Jive Turkey about that, Seabass, because he says fire too. So, nah. Fraga says, this game seems cool. It is. I very much enjoy this game. I played older games like 688i and Dangerous Waters back in the day, so this is a lot of fun. It's been a long time since there's been a modern sub-combat game. Alrighty, there shouldn't be any other targets nearby. Pure Chaos says, I used to watch my dad play Harpoon for hours. Yep, Harpoon was another good one. But yeah, it's been a long time, so I'm really happy this game came out. Leave combat, those were the only 3 targets. Good to hear you intercepted and destroyed the enemy replenishment resources. Keep up the good work. Further orders to be transmitted on this downlink. Stand by for new orders. Alrighty. And we got a medal. The Navy Commendation Medal. For meritorious service while serving as commanding officer USS Parsh. Outer Exodus' numerous accomplishments, inspiring leadership, and steadfast devotion to duty are in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. Heck yeah. That's so true, Seabass. And Quiet Seas says our Navy is moving in on Soviet waters. Beautiful. All right, and with that, I'm going to end the stream there. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Monday, I'll probably run... Oh, no. Monday, I think I'll start on with a Soviet sub, start a new campaign. So, Clown Pounderas asks on Twitch, when are they going to introduce PvP? All the developers have said on multiplayer is they're discussing multiplayer, because they have basically everyone who plays this game or streams this game has asked them to put in multiplayer. So if their entire community is asking them for multiplayer, I'm willing to bet they're going to try.
I have you now.
And if it's possible, they will probably add in multiplayer. The Papa96 followed. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate the follow. So, Monday we'll pick up with a Soviet sub and see what damage I can do in a Soviet sub. Assuming the mod is completely updated by then. I think it's been updated on subsim.com, but I'm not positive. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for all the follows. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. And for those of you in the US, have a good pre-Independence Day weekend. For those of you not in the US, just have a good weekend and have fun and happy hunting out there.
I have you now.